Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday morning, June 24th. We're looking at window traders, market profile, SPY, IWM, triple Qs. And the market's kind of doing what we thought it would do yesterday when after ABCD thought we had a chance to finally get some acceptance above B's high from the Fed day, where change attempted to take place and grind higher towards the weekly high. We took a detour for 5 time frames, took another 4 time frames to take everything back, and now we're gapping higher. So we kind of had the market read right. They just decided to waste 8 time frames for us. We're all looking to gap higher. Now, important thing to remember is ES will be ahead of SPY by a buck, almost $1.60 because of the dividend. So ES would be taken out or attempting to take out the weekly high from last week prior to SPY. Right now, it's still an inside week. Triple Q's trying to take out last week's high, which would put them back into balance. Again, we'll be coming into balance if we have either an inside week or take out last week's high. So that's very important, as the intermediate time frame would be coming into balance. Now, we do have a large gap above and then another larger one even above that. So it's going to take some work by the bulls, but these are definitely steps in the right direction. The daily would be up today. We're coming out of a 3-day balance to the upside. Remember, yesterday, late in the day, we stretched the balances just a little bit. Now, that's one of the balance rules. The next one is you get through a balance and don't look back. Well, are we going to do that this morning? Remains to be seen, but they're attempting to anyway. Pre-market high for SPY, 381.78. Overnight low, 376.17. Again, you should have all the upside and downside destinations I've given you throughout the week. So the game plan for this morning, quite simply, depending on the size of the gap, I'll be looking for a long. So yesterday's high is 378.83. So right now the gap is over $2. Again, that starts getting a little bit too much for me. I'd rather see it pull back. If it doesn't, I don't chase it. There'll always be a trade. On the flip side, as ES gets closer to their weekly high from last week, it might be worth a short just the first time to see if they defend the weekly high. And then if they take it out, again, that gap is sizable. It's over over $5.50. Actually, it's almost $6. It's $5.85. The other one is $5.66. So I don't think we'll fill that gap the first time in it today if we get into it. So keep that in mind. So if we back off in the next 75 minutes where the gap is reasonable, I am absolutely looking for longs. If the gap fills, I still would look for a long against D's high, right? That's where we probe from. We have a double distribution day in the overnight. So that would be the important level if they decide to fill the gap. Okay? If they don't pull back enough, I just watch until I get some kind of signal that I'll be comfortable for long, whether that would be one-time framing up, single prints, things of that nature. And as far as a short, like I said, maybe the first time against ES's weekly high. Now, on the chart, again, we'll be recapping all of these indices tonight. So here's the weekly right now. Right now, it's an inside week for SPY. SPY has to take out 380, 390. So we're still $3 away from it. ES is only less than $1.50 away from it. So a little bit of a difference there. So we'll see if we're able to take that out. But regardless, whether we have an inside week or we do take out last week's high, we're coming into balance on the weekly. That's important. The monthly is still down. And the daily would be coming out of a 3-day balance to the upside. First things first is to fill that gap. Then we have an 11 wide POC from June 10th. And then we could start working towards the 20-day moving average. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. Good luck trading today. Recap the day and the week at 4 p.m.